like something, you will do it. I think that's what keeps my films going, my stories, because I find it fun.
I always said that I wanted to make a film. I felt that I could actually do something in this industry, since that it's sort of non-existent right now.
I think for me, and also those people behind the story, is that whoever sees it, as long as you feel something for it, and then your perspective change as a result of it, and it's all worthwhile.
Singapore is a very young filmmaking industry. And if you work downwards, a lot of our filmmakers are within the age of 20 and 30.
It's almost like quite vogue to be a filmmaker, but there are quite a few that I feel have potential, to actually go into feature films. They may have to make a few more short films, but there's definitely talent.
I think the climax for the Singapore film industry is actually quite exciting. According to the Singapore Film Commission, there's, I think, a total of 15 feature films in production now.
No, stop it! No, I was never...
You sort of get a buzz when you see your own stuff on screen. And so we asked our friend Kei Chin, do you have a story that we could use? He said, yeah, I have something that I wrote like 13 years ago. Okay, then sent us the thing, we read, okay. So I said to Terence, how about we change this to local context? The story was becoming Kappa.
So we just started making films and did all that splicing and did all that cutting together thing. And there was an open call to invite filmmakers to submit a previous work for selection. When that happened, I then decided to go ahead and re-adapt the feature film for Taxi Driver into a short. And that's how this 十之路, which is called Crossroads, came about.
I like to tell stories which are real, or stories that people can relate to. Zhougang is about a guy who he wants to be a filmmaker while he has his day jobs, and through his journey you can actually see a lot of things that happens to him, and and the restrictions about what he can do in Singapore in regard to filmmaking and stuff. And it's funny and there's a lot of crap.
Okay, I'm here today to meet Wendy, the #1 casting director in Singapore, because she has all this resource of people that I can look for my cast. I mean, I totally want this girl to be like, as you have heard this before many times.
Fresh face, beautiful. Okay, what budget do you have to work with? Let's say, do you have like $1,000 for talents, that kind of thing?
No.
Okay.
Right now is you tell me how much, then I reach into the budget call. Yeah, the budget call is my POSB thing.
Right.
So I'm applying for the city grant. It's just taking its time, but it will come. I always try also to go via the Film Commission grant. So I write in, I get a little bit to cover things like hire of the taxi, which I know I need to pay, and meals and transport, which can come out to quite a substantial amount. If I decided to self-finance, I'll be probably be in trouble.
We try to get money from the Film Commission, and then we realized that we don't fit the criteria because you have to make 2 short films before. So money came out from myself and Wendy. And then halfway through, after 9 days of shoot, we ran out of money. We got sort of desperate because we couldn't even complete the story. So we put together what I call an investor trailer. And then just show it to people and say, okay, we are doing this and we have money. Do you want to invest in us?
As a underground filmmaker, I don't have much resources, so I try to make do with what I have. I don't have a lot of things to make it complicated. It's the essence of the story that matters the most, so I try to make use of limited resources and equipment, make use of what I have and within my means.
Alright, stand by. Silence and set. Sound is speed.
Action.
Okay, ready, roll.
Rolling.
Okay, and action.
Smoke and walk. Go. Action.
Nobody should be working on a Sunday except people like us.
We're rigging the cap and it's raining. It's the first day and we get this shit. Sorry. Not very happy with the weather right now.
The weather suddenly rained, so we have to find somewhere else. We're going somewhere else over there instead of over there. We are supposed to shoot at an open place, but now we are shooting at a sheltered place which looks like an open place because it's raining.
So that's a $9,700 camera sitting on top of the cap.
Oh my god.
So what we're doing is we're setting up mounts in various positions of the cap. So we're taking various angles of the cap as it's driving by. So half an hour will work for a few seconds.
Cut. And we're gonna go in just like that, without any permit, and shoot the MRT or underpass. We shot in a very crowded place in Orchard Road, and nobody chased us away, so it was good. Just 5 minutes ago, I asked Ning whether he will act for me. He was just having lunch, so he said, okay, so he and my main character will do the scene.
I'm very fortunate because I'm also in the industry, so I have that privilege to work and befriend a lot of people over a long period of time. So the crew consists of mainly these people.
We were fortunate that the people around us are already in the creative industry, and a lot of them are doing video production or have studied filmmaking. Everybody else just came on board, after a while, hey, like very fun, let's just come there. At any one time, there are about 20 people on set, which is pretty amazing, seeing how a lot of local films were made with like a crew of 5. Sometimes the cast doubles up as one of the crew members.
Okay, why is my cameraman changing clothes? Because he's the lead character in my film as well. As the day went by, more and more of the crew went home, so no choice. The actors we have to switch over. It's always like that. Anyone who's not in the shot will man the camera.
I can't. So I have to, struggle with work that comes in, and then trying to find time to do other stuff as well. Because I'm not holding a full-time job, so it's really a call for you to push away stuff so that you set this week to do your film.
There's actually no way to balance it. There are times that I have to stop doing what I have to do. I'm going to take on some photography jobs just to pay off whatever outstanding that we have. And
it's a bit tricky because sometimes work comes in and it forces you to think about it. Then are you going to forego the possibility of earning from that job?
There is no ecosystem whereby sometimes if you are a director, you can actually survive being a director.
Coming from Singapore, with 4 million population, it's very, very tight. Because for Zhao Wei Films also, our bread and butter are TVCs, television commercials, or sometimes even corporate video.
Well, the film alone will not sell and make you money. but it will take you to a level where people recognize it and then they'll call you to do other stuff.
We started shooting this in April and we sort of finished it in about May. And by June, because of how we were actually shooting it, by June 1st we actually had our website up. And 5 minutes of it was actually being shown. So from June, we actually, after every 3 weeks, there is a new episode up. So people started going on the site and they start telling their friends and just starting to build this crazy community of people.
There's always going to be people who want to watch, don't want to pay, want to watch, want to pay, and don't want to pay, don't want to watch. So by putting free web episodes up, what we call webisodes, we are trying to cover all 3 markets.
Why do we wait for somebody to pirate your stuff when you can actually use this platform to sell yourself?
Becoming Royston, they have packaged it very well. Other filmmakers who are still around there, who still are wanting, lack that creative discipline. It is not good enough to say that you are a filmmaker. You have to prove that you are a filmmaker.
Now we are going to finish our 2 final scenes and that will be the end. And we have overshot for about 2 hours, so it's okay lah. They're all very free. I guess I didn't really keep track of time, but I already knew I would overrun, so it's okay.
Okay, today is the 3rd day of shoot. It's a disaster.
Hold the traffic, I'm going to go for take. Okay, ready?
We are overrunning by 2 hours almost and a half. Hopefully we'll get done, then we can go back and sleep.
Going on to scene 10.
Okay, we're done.
Cut.
It's red.
4 AM on the last day of shoot. Next is to try to finish up scene 1 and then go into edit and piece them together. A lot of piecing to do.
After each day of shoot, I just digitize the stuff and see whether they can make out a scene. You know, as I shoot, I edit this kind of thing when I'm free.
We're now in the post-production for the feature version, which most probably will not be released in the theatres. It will probably travel the festival circuit. We have to get it out ultimately because we are nominated for Asian festivals of first films.
Crossroads is a short film that I've written for submission to the MDA Panasonic Digital Film Fiesta. I'm going to just handle this initial process and then I'll bring in someone to help me to look through from a different perspective.
Right, so Chrissy is the editor for the feature length version. As you can see, she's having a lot of trouble because I didn't give her a storyboard. No shot list, no story, and everything's all by feel.
Okay, this beautiful place is Home Studios. This is where we're doing our audio post. So I'm bringing in the audio element so that the audio engineer Wayne can mix it together with the music, the dialogue, the voiceover, so that we can compile them all together and give me a mix so that it sounds good.
It's getting very easy to do this kind of thing nowadays, but me, just one person with computer and whatever, can do it without needing to go outside to the studio or anywhere. So actually anyone can be a filmmaker nowadays.
Nick is working on this project totally at home, actually at the office, but he's created the music, the editing, the sound, and the coloring was actually all done on a G5.
But okay, now the great thing is technology. These days, right, you can do everything with your computer, and it's so cheap to do a short film.
Okay, today is the last day of editing. Hopefully I can finish by today, so I render. Sometimes it hangs.
final. I don't know, man. I just keep going until they come and chase me.
We are exporting the very first completed feature version, and so are ready to go. We just need to get this done to send for rating.
It's finally rendered without any hiccups, so usually the last step is to turn it to this octave, and I'm going to submit it for the competition and hope it works out.
It has to go everywhere possible. By traveling, participation in film festivals seems to be more welcome to Chinese language films from Singapore. Maybe because they deem Singapore to be more Asian.
It's very, very important now that the local films get to travel.
We want Singapore films not to travel all around the world and then come back to Singapore, because that's what everybody else is doing.
Everybody hears about XYZ movie showing in the rest of the world except Singapore.
Yeah, which is very, very strange. And if it's a made in Singapore film, I think maybe it's a notion of local film. Maybe it should be made in Singapore film.
Yeah, it's a dirty word.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the funny thing is, people think that Singaporean stories are not interesting, but I think to a foreign audience, they understand it's universal, rather than trying to make something look cool or Western, or which is not you, which is not me.
We shouldn't want to be Hollywood or Bollywood or Hong Kong, because that is quite impossible.
We are kind of struggling with our identity. So this lack of identity is a problem of where our films is going to go. As long as we retain something that is uniquely Singapore, maybe we can use that as a vehicle to push forward to say this is a Singapore local film.
A lot of people feel that Singapore films are low budget, and why would I want to pay maybe $8.50 to watch a low budget Singapore film compared to a high budget Hollywood blockbuster?
The authorities have to do something about it. It's not just the filmmakers. They should introduce maybe one film a month in cinema to be screened together with the foreign blockbusters.
And for independent people, we always at the mercy of the cinema operators.
Any feature movie production, you can only spend $100,000. Let me tell you why. Cinema hall rentals cost a lot of money. Okay, in order for you to break even, a weekend box office takings must be $380,000, and then you will get your $100,000 back.
Then you get a second weekend.
$280,000 goes to cinema hall operators and distributors. Okay, and marketing costs. For every $10, we get back about $1.70. Where did the where did the $8.30 go to? Is it justified?
I'm making my films just underground films, short films now, so maybe hopefully in a few years when more people are accustomed to local film and more people go and watch, then maybe I can show my films to more people.
Today we present Becoming Royston, directed by Nicholas Chee, nominated in 3 categories: Best Cinematographer, Best Script, and Best Male Actor. I'd like to request Nicholas Chee to come up and introduce his film. Enjoy the movie.
日复一日，夜复一夜，时间是不会停止的。
What's happening now?
On to credits.
Okay, my favorite part of the film is actually the credits at the back, because that's where I can thank all my friends, cast and crew who help me, and I try to come up with some funny stuff inside the credits, so whenever you watch my film, you should watch out for it.
Go and sleep.
Go and sleep.
Cover blanket.